do is report you to Uber, and so be it. You will be kicked off of this app, okay? Let me tell you, I've gotten other people kicked off. But this freaking seat is leaning on my knee. You have to have consideration for passengers when they get in your car. And you don't question them where they're going. I want another Uber driver.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from the Modern King titled "GirlBoss Gets Brutally Humbled After Posting This on Social Media." You know, I swear that modern women don't actually realize that there are consequences to the things that they post online. I have seen women get divorced over crap like this. I have seen women get fired, broken up with by their boyfriends, and so on, and yet they still continue to post garbage on the internet. So let's jump into it and see what this is all about.
If a man can't spend $75 or $100 on a first date, he just shouldn't be dating. If a man wants to take you on a walk or go for coffee on the first date, say no thanks and move on. What do women commonly do to get ready for a first date, especially? New outfit, nails done, hair done, maybe buy some new makeup or perfume or jewelry. Jesse, it's not about the money. On the first few dates it is. On every date moving forward it is. When I was in my mid-20s, I think I was 25, a guy wanted to take me to the dog park for our first date because we both had dogs.
Modern women insist that men somehow reimburse them for their makeup and accessories, but men have never told them to do any of that. They're her insecurities, so it is her problem.
I said, I'm not going to the dog park on our first date.
Men listen to this and then you wonder why they are just done with dating. Because why does he have to go all out on the first date when the purpose of the first date is to see if you even like each other? My honest opinion is that women that demand these things on the first date, there's a reason for it. And unfortunately, it's because she doesn't typically make it to the second, third, fourth date.
That guy had a good idea for a date. It's cost effective, low stress, and it's a great chance to see if their dogs would get along with each other. But because he is not paying money, she instantly shoots it down. You know, I think this guy might have just dodged a bullet right there.
If you ask me out and you're a millionaire, I'll say yes.
If they're not a millionaire?
Then we can be friends. If he doesn't own a house that's over $7 million, I won't date him. I just have, you know, goals and expectations and boundaries, and this is what I strive for.
What are the other criteria that you're looking for in a guy?
I want someone that's successful,
Sure.
motivated, influential,
Okay.
good values.
Minimum height?
Actually, I'm okay with the guy being short as long as he's rich.
This is still catching up.
Did you want Santa Claus to come down your chimney too?
It's funny how these women claim to have ironclad boundaries and standards for men, but she's willing to throw them all out of the window if the man has more money than he could ever spend.
So, what's your sign?
So I'm looking for someone who is also financially stable and that has to work a 9 to 5 every day to live their life.
You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. So I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you, I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So
Just my finances.
These women can make all of the demands that they want, but what they fail to understand is that men have their own standards as well, and he's the one with the authority to ask her out if he wants to. But with women like this, men never actually will.
Body count's 11, and no, it doesn't matter. Unless it's like excessively high.
Why do all girls say it doesn't matter though? Because it obviously matters to a point. There's got to be a point where you're like, all right, nah.
That's what I'm saying. If it's like...
So where's your cutoff point? When you're like,
I'd say like
down.
40 for
40?
a guy.
Okay, what about a girl?
Girls can do what they want. They can have as many bodies as they say.
What about you? What's your personal beliefs on that?
I would like to not exceed 25 before I get married.
When do you plan on getting married?
I don't know. I'm not even anywhere close to a relationship, so I can't.
Women who say that high body counts don't matter are basically just telling on themselves. All of the women who say this have been with a whole bunch of different dudes.
Before you start making ignorant comments like men used to go to war for us, why don't you take a second to remember the men who actually did go to war for us?
These women have no idea how good they have it in this world, and it's an absolute disgrace how they shame men for not wanting to give up his seat on the subway. This is the equality you asked for, madam. Now you can enjoy it.
The only time you guys seem to remember them is when you're complaining about how men nowadays aren't wiping your for you and paying all your bills. You never remember the men that suffered, the men who never came home the same, the men who used to come home, be shell-shocked, and beat the living out of their wives and children. You're not remembering all the trauma, you're just remembering the benefits. Welcome to third wave feminism. We really want to sit and complain about how awful these male podcasters are, but all I've seen is women like this.
It's not about equality. A man was built to provide.
So you're saying a man was built to pay the first date every time?
Provide.
She says that it's not about equality, but that's just because equality means that the man does all the work, does all the planning, puts in all the effort, and the only thing she has to do is demand control over everything. Sounds about right.
Provide means safety, food, shelter.
Every time we push men into these roles, all we're doing is opening them up for harm, pain, abuse, trauma, much like the everyday man. Considering men are taking up the majority of the homeless rate, addiction rate, suicide rate, workplace death rate, men die on an average of 5 to 7 years sooner than women. If this all was happening to women, it would be an international crisis.
It really is a shame how male suffering is just completely disregarded in today's day and age, but women's suffering is the worst thing to happen to this world since the invention of atomic bombs, apparently.
Every time a man sits on here and says, well, women used to cook and clean, now they pop on Instagram and sell their hole for $3.99 on OnlyFans, we want to scream about how oppressed women are and that patriarchy is still taking over. Have some respect. Have some human decency. Men are human beings. The fact that I even have to say this on the internet is sickening, and the fact that so many of you are going to call me a pick-me is even sicker.
What makes this even worse are these disturbing trends online of women who openly celebrate men's pain. They think that it's funny and somehow a win when it comes to the suffering of another person.
Here's the check.
Oh.
You know what? We're gonna split this.
No.
I'm all about equality.
I got it.
I can handle my own stuff. What is this? Is this a zip code or?
That's the total. She's a good eater.
You know what's wrong with society these days?
What?
We've lost all traditional values.
Yeah.
Here you are, trying to be chivalrous, and I'm robbing you from that. So here you are. You can pay for it.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. That was a lot.
For a second, I really thought you were about to be independent.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
No.
Yeah.
No.
What's interesting about modern feminism are all of the loopholes that these women can pull out of thin air to get out of doing practically anything these days. They can pick and choose whenever, quote-unquote, independence suits them.
I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna say that applies to every adult. That applies to me. Yeah, yet. I don't know what I'm doing. Yet. My business hasn't gotten traction. Yet. No one's picked up my book proposal. Yet.
Yes.
I haven't found my soulmate yet. Everything is yet.
The power of yet.
Power of yet.
The only way the word yet can be taken in a positive light is if the person is actively working towards achieving those goals, but modern women don't typically do that. They think that wishing is the same thing as working.
It's not simping if you can afford it.
Oh good, a materialistic take on this one.
It's not simping if you can afford it. I know it's simping to you, sir, because you would have to be crazy in love to drain your bank account to do the bare minimum.
I think we need a ruling on what should be considered the bare minimum. Because if an average guy has to drain their bank account in order to meet what some women consider to be the bare minimum, that's not the minimum. That's crazy.
The whole concept behind the bare minimum is insulting. There is no concrete definition. That's why she honestly believes that a man destroying himself financially for a woman is the bare minimum.
But it's not simping when you can afford it. And they can. So to them, it's a little gesture. It's the bare minimum.
Something about a rose by any other name?
You gotta scrape your little coins together to do an act of simping for you. And to them, it's like a coffee. And I know that hurts sometimes.
Is it me, or is the entire purpose of this to try to shame guys into spending more money so that they can be perceived to meet that bare minimum standard? Oh dear.
If a man has to lead with his wallet to try and get a woman's attention, that is the textbook definition of a simp. Even if he can afford it, he shouldn't have to spend money on a woman who only finds him attractive if he's buying her presents all the time.
But it's not simping if you can afford it.
Let's be very clear here. The average woman certainly doesn't consider a guy buying her things to be the bare minimum. That is actually, in most circles, considered to be above and beyond. But some women have actually convinced themselves and the guys that they're dating that that is the bare minimum, and that's what they have to do to keep them.
For all of these lists and requirements that a modern woman has, it's funny how money ends up eliminating all of those requirements. I guess being a good, loyal, hardworking man is nothing unless he's got a lot of money that he's willing to throw away.
The world record for a man is 9 minutes faster than the world record for a woman. You're telling me that in 55 years of women running a marathon, we've caught up within 9 minutes of a man?
People just really say anything on podcasts these days. You realize 9 minutes is like 2 miles? She says 9 minutes like the guy's 50 yards ahead of her. Anyone who's ever run a day in their life knows shaving 30 seconds off of your time is impossible.
Modern women have proven that they don't know how numbers work. No matter the odds, no matter the context, modern women will think that any number can be beaten with the power of delusion.
Popeyes. What he ate today?
I ate rice.
What do you mean? What he ate? You don't know what he ate.
Rice. You gave him rice before you left.
Just rice? Just the rice before Baby, what time is it?
10:49.
Baby, I went to work at 1 o'clock.
I know.
So what did he eat the rest of the day?
We just told you rice.
So what you ate?
I ate rice.
What?
We always hear from modern women that they are caring, loving, nurturing. I mean, the list goes on, right? But women like this have no problem eating fried chicken in front of a hungry child who hasn't eaten in 9 hours.
So where's this? You got him some food, right?
That what, you some food?
Me and him. What do you mean, no?
No, I didn't.
So why are you sitting here?
Make sure you got some. If you at work, when you left, you got some food. And you got rice food.
What the? Hold on. I really hope you're playing right now. No, hold on. You ain't just go get food and not feed my son while I was at work this whole time. You ain't never just go do that.
If you look closely next to that bag of food, you can see a vape almost on full display. So not only is she refusing to feed her child, she's also vaping in front of the kid. I mean, this is just all kinds of messed up.
I'm with my girl, and today we have the English Words Challenge. You read that?
Incomprehensible.
Nice. Okay, wow.
I don't know what it means though.
All right. All right, that's the second one.
Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia. Wow, you're on a roll. You're on a roll. Okay, she's on fire. Now, come on, you can read it. You got the first two. Saw. Okay, how about the next one? Maybe you'll get the next one.
A man has a better chance of finding $10,000 in cash underneath his couch on a random day than to ever hear his typical modern girlfriend ever apologize for anything.
Are you Ben? Yes, I am. Do me a favor, can you move the seat forward because it's hitting my knees at this point.
Yeah, no problem. Hold on.
It's very... Can you hold on? I didn't even put my seatbelt on, sir. You, slow down. You in a rush? Because if you're in a rush, I'm gonna panic. It's too hot in here. Can I lower this window or something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Your seatbelt is really tight around my neck. Has anybody else complained about this?
No, ma'am, no.
Yes!
Well, then take it off.
No, I'm not going to take it off.
It takes a lot of nerve to scream at a man over something that he has no control over, and you have to give him credit for keeping his cool as she continues to just lose her marbles over nothing.
I'm going to an important meeting right now. I can't have my hair on.
You're having an important meeting at 7 p.m.?
Is that your concern? What the fuck I do? I'm trying to explain to you, I'm not getting any ventilation right now. Okay? And I don't appreciate your smart remark about me having a meeting at 7 o'clock, which I'm gonna be late because of you. You showed up late.
Sorry about that, okay? I'm sorry.
Are you giving me an attitude, sir?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
All I have to do is report you to Uber, and so be it. You will be kicked off of this app, okay? Let me tell you, I've gotten other people kicked off. But this freaking seat is leaning on my knee. You have to have consideration for passengers when they get in your car. And you don't question them where they're going. I want another Uber driver.
This is what happens when a woman is never told no a day in her life. She starts to act like she's entitled to treat everyone around her like crap. He needs to kick her out of his car immediately, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves, guys. Peace.